Hello, my friend, wherever you are. We're sending you love, the power of positivity, vitamin D. You can kind of see vitamin D. But my friend, welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. We are just hiding in this aqua thing because there is a roof under us, and it's hey, no, and it's been raining. So so there are two things that I want to bring up. The first one is I kind of noticed, like, you know, I've made a video about this when I was in Cancun, but like, if you know, like pets, or especially dogs, right? Cat, you see them, but they're just not as much. I think she's looking for some water. I'll get her some water. She'll be okay. Cause her water is over from OXXO. That's 7-Eleven in Mexico. But all of the I like this way. So all of the pets, you know, all of the pets in Mexico they kind of have this look on their face, kind of, you know, kind of like scared, lost, kind of look, like you can tell, right? Like when it's kind of like when a dog is hungry, you can tell, or when there's certain look to it if you pay enough attention. And you don't eat them. No. Kind of like when your kids, they tell you, "Daddy, I want a penis. Daddy, I want a vagina." What's wrong with you? Dear Buddha, today I forgive all the stupid bitches. But they have the kind of scary look on their face. It's kind of like, but I do have to admit, like, you know, I don't think people in Mexico eat them because they roam around and it seems like they're okay. It's just sometimes, you know, they have this fear for humans. Like, who wouldn't? I would be too. But in some part of the world, they still eat them. So I think some part of Vietnam, the very poor countryside, they still eat them. I don't know about China. I heard a lot of stories about China. But I mean, you know, people, not just like, not to be racist, because I am, the fact that I hate everyone, but not to be racist. I mean, you go to certain part of the world, people eat different things, you know. People gotta do what they gotta do to survive. And that was the first thing. Pet in Mexico, they, you know, they're kind of like whatever, like they are roam to free. They don't have to feel threatened for their lives or life, and they just, but at the end of the day, they still have the fear look on their face. And the other thing that I want to bring up, last weekend, it was on a Saturday, so I got things done around the house pretty late. Like, I believe I was hanging out, working out, something. But I didn't get done until around 6:30. Okay, it's one of those days where I got on the bus and I just went. I sat all the way to the end. So apparently in Mexico, I did not know, but in Mexico, I think the bus, they stopped running at 9 o'clock during the night. Okay, so after that you cannot catch a bus, and I did not know that. Like, so basically I was on the bus, and it took about 2 hours from the place where I'm at to the end of the bus line. And I was sitting there, and it was pretty dark by the time. So I didn't get on the bus till like 6:30. But I remember by the time I got, the traffic was bad. So by the time I got done, it was about 9:30. That was kind of like the last of, you know, a couple of stops before the last stop, right? and it was dark, and I was trying to find a bus home. So remember, every bus ride in Oaxaca is about 8 pesos. Okay, so 8 pesos, 10, 20 peso is $1. So 8 peso is about 50 cents, right? So I got so pretty much I'm pretty far from the airport. I would say about 15 to 20 minutes drive, not taking the bus. Uh, and it took me back to the place where when I first landed in Oaxaca at the airport. Uh, and then I went to my first place or hotel or Airbnb, and then but where I'm at, like it's pretty far. Like the airport, it's south of Oaxaca. I'm kind of northwest of Oaxaca, the very northwest of Oaxaca, and so I got on the other side of town, and there was no buses, right, to get home. It pretty much they stop everything. Nothing run during that time. Okay, you know what I mean. I was walking around for about like an hour. Like I walked pretty far. I think at least a mile to two, right, during the night, trying to find my way home. And I was like, man, there's no way I'm gonna get home walking. So I ended up taking a cab, like and it cost me 200 pesos to get back here, and I felt kind of bad. I think that was the second time that I didn't give any tip. I don't know why. At that point, like I said, like most of the people here are very honest. Like I say, about 90%. But for some reason, like when he took me home that night, I asked for, like, at the end I asked like how much, right? And he kind of stuttered a little bit, and he told me it's 200. And I didn't know whether he was like, honest, or whether he was just trying to charge me a little bit extra. So I gave him 200, and I didn't give any tip. Like I felt kind of bad. Then I was like, I thought about it. I was like, what if he was telling the truth? Because I was on the other side of town. Like even now, I still like don't have a clue. Like I kind of have an idea, but it's not very accurate when I measure from like from point A to point B and how much, because I just didn't pay attention. But for some reason, when I got off and I asked him how much, and he kind of stuttered, so I was kind of skeptical. So I just paid him 200, and I didn't give him any. I didn't give him any tips, and I was like, dumb bitch, I should have, because first of all, if I were to say that the majority of people, 95% of people are honest, then I should have not made that assumption, because when I did, it's kind of like, yo, they're providing you a service. Why are you not tipping them, right? And at that time, it was pretty late. It was around like, around 10, and I got home around like 10:30, around there. But then I was like, you know what, regardless of how I feel, next time, I mean, there gotta be some skepticism. But I should have. But anyways, it's just something that I because ever since I came here, I tip almost everywhere I went, at least 15% to 20. Give me your money. Give me your money. Give me your money. And like I said, it's like a token of appreciation, right? When people provide you a service, you give it. And the fact that like I do see homeless people here, but like not as much. Like the money that I supposed to like give to homeless people, I just kind of tip with service people. And when I see, I do give. And the funny part is, when I first started my journey, I was like, I'm going to give $50 a month just to set it aside, and and kind of like and give it to people. And then like it like I'm at a point where I don't even keep track anymore, right? It's just like, okay, if I go out, if I have money to go out and people provide me the service, I just give I give tips, right? And if I see homeless people and if they need help, like I give. So I kind of cut out the amount. I just do it. Like it's like when you do, it's kind of strange. At first you have a limit, and then after that you're just kind of like whatever. And it's not like I'm rich or anything. It's just like you know, it's not, it's like it just like, and money goes around, right? Like, even though I know that giving people money cannot solve everything in the world, but at least for that moment they can get something to eat. And then, you know, what I'm doing with my channel, at least I'm sharing the resources where people can go and, you know, and get educated on money, you know, our monetary system, fiscal policies, and how they can thrive with the next recession. So my friend, that's a little bit long. Oh, it's about 10 minutes. Not bad.
Con, all you do is woochie woochie wooch. That's all I'm hearing.
So we will see you in the next video. You know, the only thing that kind of like, if I ever come back to Mexico, I probably come back because of this one. And you know, I was thinking, right? Even though I'm going to be here for another 2 weeks before I head over to Mexico City, but the next, like, you know, 3 or 5 years, if I come back here and she is still here, she's gonna remember me. How many human can you think that can be that loyal to you? Not a lot, right? Can you count them on your finger? I didn't think so. Just kidding, my friend. But you know what I mean? But if I ever come back, most likely I will. I see myself coming back to Mexico, and I like it because I like this place. You know, the people are nice, and I'm getting used to it. So much love. I will see you in the next video wherever you are. Ta-da, my friend.